if we ought to be both honest and true, we have to admit that God keeps blessing us even when we don't see it coming. Look at somebody and say, he keeps on blessing me. Yeah. Matter of fact, look across the room and point at somebody and say, I can't speak for you, but I need to tell you, he keeps on blessing me. Yeah, when you get to this and you understand this, sometimes what we call a burden is really God developing his promise in us while we're learning the value of faithfulness. And so he lets us go through some stuff until we become who we're supposed to be. I know I'm talking a little fast, but you need to stay in the classroom. Make sure you take notes and pay attention to the board, because you don't need to miss this message today. There's some lessons that's going to take you the way you've never been in life. Sometimes you have to understand this about wisdom, even though it seems old, looks old, and comes from old nature. Never forget that what we call God is the all-wise God. Somebody say, if you're wise, you're being like God. Go and tell somebody, you're wise, you're being like. We call him the all-wise God. And if you don't want to do anything else, you want to make sure that you have the wisdom of God functioning and dealing with his appropriation of your knowledge that gives you an opportunity to experience the fulfillment of understanding and the clarity of and disposition of being in a posture where you are in line with his desire and will for your life. He knows where you've been injured, and he's healing all your wounds. He's handling situations that you didn't even know he was handling. Sometimes you just wake up feeling better over a situation. It had me down, but I feel a little better today. It messed me up yesterday, but I feel a little better today. It tore me up, but I feel a little better today. Why? Because God reinforms and reinforces himself with you over and over again to let you know not only is he not deserting you, but he's constantly making things better for you when in places you can't see him working. Look at somebody and say, he's healing every wound. He's healing every wound. Which brings us into another posture and helps us to understand some things about God. Some years ago, I told you that one of the reasons you have survived in this particular manner is because you have been under divine protective custody. I said that to you because you survived because God has been protecting you when you didn't know you needed to be protected. Look at your neighbor and say, with your protected self. Yeah. I mean, the enemy would have gotten you. He would have handled you. He would have destroyed you if you hadn't had a shield of protection all the way around you. You don't understand that. Look at Job. Remember what Satan, when he came to Job, the thing he says, God, listen here, I would go get him, but you got him covered. You need to take that shield from around him. If you remove the shield, then I'll get him and I'll make him curse you to your face. The whole deal is that you protected and don't even know you protected. God's got your back, and sometimes we complain about stuff while God has already worked it out on our behalf. The deal is that he's got you protected. And while he's got you protected, you need to celebrate the fact that if they wanted to, they couldn't. Somebody help me. Just talk to two people and say, if they wanted to, they couldn't. Yeah. That don't mean they ain't gonna try, but it means that the issue is that God's got you so protected that even if they try, he's got you handled past one situation or another. Some of your journey was dangerous, and understand, even though some of your journey was dangerous, you have not been in danger. As a matter of fact, you caused some trouble that you had not been in trouble because of. Oh, let me just go on. Let me talk to some real people. They ain't real. Y'all looking at me crazy. Look at your neighbor and say, you caused some trouble that you didn't get in trouble because of. I mean, God is so good that he knows how to put you in protective custody and make sure that you don't get the blame for everything you got your hands on. The fact is that he gives you a chance to say, I'm sorry. And every once in a while, you need to go back in your mind, go back in your heart, go back in your life and say, God, I thank you for the chance to say I'm sorry. Matter of fact, some of y'all missed it this morning. You just need to throw your hands up and say, I'm sorry right now. Don't go another minute into this sermon without telling God, I'm sorry. God, help me again. I know I did some stuff, said some stuff I didn't need to say. God, I am sorry. This opens the way for us to get to where we need to be in God. Understand, because when we are like this and we understand how important it is to say, God, I'm sorry, to be in a posture, we have to understand then as well that God not only looks at us that particular way, but God gives the kind of victory that comes identifying where it comes from. I mean, when God gives you a victory, mercy announces itself as your defender and as your public defender, and grace shows up as the judge. So forgiveness ends up being the verdict, even though you don't always deserve it. And rather than allowing the penalty of your acts to catch, to arrest, to judge you, God puts mercy out there to put you into protective custody. So then in reality, you've been safe even when you have not been innocent. The fact is that the story is that even when I've been bad, God is always still good. Somebody say it in the room, even when I've been bad, God is still good. God. Because of this, I refuse to act like anything else other than blessed. Because of this, I refuse to act like anything else other than blessed. Because of this, I refuse to act like anything else other than blessed. I'm blessed and I know it, and I'm thankful for it. I'm blessed, I know it, and I'm thankful for it. I got to say it. I'm blessed, I know it, and I'm thankful for it. Oh, y'all not in the room yet. I'm blessed. I need some folk that know it for real. I know it, and I'm thankful for it. Somebody that's bold about it, go on, help me preach down your road. Tell them I'm blessed. I know it, and I'm thankful for it. My God, and because I'm blessed like this, because I know it like this, then I'm thankful for it. Somebody just go and say it's good to be thankful. Yeah. When we get into this posture and we understand this, we begin to understand how God blesses us. Because I am convinced that we all have some incredible moments, some invincible moments that are connected to an untouchable future. Now, I've said this statement to you before, but sometimes I wonder if you guys really catch some of the stuff I say to you. I say this to you like this because I want you to catch it now and not rather than later. So I sometimes I have to go back and repeat some stuff to make sure you really got it, that you have an invincible moment that's connected to an untouchable future, places where the enemy's not allowed to tamper with your destiny. I want you to get this. You got an invincible moment that's connected to an untouchable future. Somebody say invincible moment. Say it again, untouchable future. Yeah, you got an invincible moment that's connected to an untouchable future. So you got to live like you have invincible moments in your hand. Invincible means that they are indomitable, they are unbeatable, they are unconquerable, they are insuperable, they are unshakable, they are indestructible moments. Moments that can't nobody do anything to change. That no matter what comes against you, that moment in your life is an invincible moment that God set. And God has the audacity to attach it to an untouchable future because he's already outlined what your days should look like from the beginning even until the end. So he's standing right before you. There's a future that is safe, that is impervious, that is secure, invulnerable, that is unaffected. A future unhampered by demonic attacks and not tampered with by human authorities. Something that God has already set you up to be blessed. No matter what state of life you in, you're going to be all right through it. And since this moment comes from God, since God designed it, then you need to expect life to be both unique and fabulous every moment that you wake up. Look at your neighbor and say, it's going to be unique today. It's going to be fabulous today. Good things are coming my way. I ain't mad about what I got to face. I'm encouraged about my own future. My head is lifted up. Ain't no reason for me to be down. My God, God is too good handling my situations, and I ain't mad over my future. I'm just glad about God. Look at somebody and say, I'm just glad about God. What? an encouraging thought. What an encouraging thought this morning at 9 a.m. service. What an encouraging thought that God's promises are designed to manifest his creative plan, his original desire, and his ultimate result for us being in the earth and inhabiting the space we live in. When we really embrace God's order and live freely with no regrets, our benefit is that he will not only free us, but he will also exterminate the pest of our peace and until there's no trace of our aggravators. Oh my God, that's what the text is leading to. The text is saying that the cleanup man is on his job. The text is saying that the exterminator is working on your behalf. Look at your neighbor and say, don't mess with me, don't mess with me. I got an exterminator. Don't mess with my future. I got an exterminator. You fool around with what God wants to do with me, you're going to get wiped out. Tell your neighbor, don't mess with me. I'm in relationship with the exterminator. Come on, somebody here who know you got relationship with the exterminator. Throw your hands up and say, God, I thank you for the stuff I survived. Thank you for the exterminator that came in, my God, and blocked the way. Somebody here give God some glory for the exterminator. Yeah. No, y'all playing in here. Y'all playing in here. My God. I mean, he wipes out those things, and he wipes them out without a trace or a residue, a hint, a suggestion, a lead, a piece of evidence, or anything that's formerly existed. And so that we can move into our divine purpose, God prepares within our future the elimination of certain obstacles that would hinder it. All gone. Somebody just holler, all gone. I mean, all gone. I can't wait till to get to the end of this message because I'm going to talk about all gone. All gone. Somebody said, they're all gone. They're all gone. I can't find them. I can't find them. All gone. Stuff that I thought was going to destroy me. All gone. God has a history of wiping out the things that challenge and interfere with the future he wants for us. He has a history of doing that. Y'all don't believe me? Let's go look at the Bible.